Damien Echols' own testimony proves damning. He reveals a keen interest in the occult, and specifically, the works of one Aleister Crowley.
Crowley had this stigma. He even embraced it, calling himself the Great Beast 666, the most wicked man in the world. He saw himself really as this rebel against conventional religion.
As it turns out, the link between rock and roll and Crowley's occult interests is nothing new.
He was an artist, a writer, a poet. Because of that, of course, he's attracted a lot of artists. You see Crowley's influence in the music that begins to emerge during the 1960s. The Beatles. On the Sgt. Pepper album, who do we see right up there in the corner in the background with that cast of characters? There's Crowley. Crowley's influence became more apparent with guitarist Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page was fascinated with Aleister Crowley. This kind of began to weigh down Led Zeppelin and even contribute to a negative stigma against them. Famously, when the death of Robert Plant's son Carrick occurred, the press had been saying that, it very well could have been that Jimmy Page's occult dealings and his interest in the dark arts had contributed to bad luck that the band had suffered. Page had to come out and make a public statement that said, "I do not worship the devil." Echols was drawn to Crowley like so many had been before him. On the heels of that so-called satanic panic, though, the prosecution at the time saw that as basically a point A to point B connection. This guy was interested in the occult. There's the proof. What more do you need?
Compounding this is the fact that a few notorious killers do profess an allegiance to Satanism.